What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to CEOCAST, another episode. And as promised, as I said in the last podcast, we are here with someone from a rapping place. We are with Trist Rap City.
Yo.
So yeah, he's the CEO of Rap City. What else are you CEO of? Because the man.
So yeah, Rap City Customs. I'm a founder of growdaily.co.uk, which is a platform for motivation, self-help. And yeah, they're my main two. I mean, I'm involved in a few other things, which obviously we'll get into, but they're sort of what I'm known for. And pleasure for having me on, bro.
Yeah, no,
big up CEOCAST. I definitely love the look.
Yeah, like I was saying, bro, I was gassed to have you on.
No, I appreciate it.
Being in cars, that's one thing, but being following you for some time, obviously before CEOCAST, Rap City.
Yeah.
And then seeing the whole growth and the whole movement behind it is another thing.
Yeah.
So where did it all come about then?
Rap City specifically?
No,
or just the journey?
Okay, so let me ask you the first thing.
Yeah.
When's the first time you got yourself into business?
That's a good question, man. We're going back to like...
Let's take it all the way back, bro.
Yeah, to be fair, like, I would say, so obviously there's technical businesses in something that's actually registered, but I had like unofficial businesses at a very early age. So I'd say my first real concept, like first time I actually went to company's house and signed something up, was New Money PR, and I was 18 years old at the time.
And what was all that about?
So that was pretty much a PR company is what I was designing with my business partner, who is still now my business partner in Grow Daily.
Yeah.
Big shout out to E. So we basically wanted to build a one-stop shop that you came to and we helped your brand, which is pretty much still what I do.
Yeah.
So it was basically like, it was more focused in music because I was working with a good friend of mine and a brother who was quite a big artist in the UK funky industry.
Yeah.
Called Big Man Zest. So I was managing him as an artist. And then we was doing everything ourselves.
Okay.
So just like yourself, we was doing our branding in-house. We was doing recording in-house, mixing down, doing our designs in-house, mastering, distribution, everything.
Yeah.
So when we realized that we could do it for him, we thought, you know what, we can help everyone else. And one of my main goals at that stage, 18 years old, I don't know where I thought I was going having this goal at such a young age, but it was to help anyone who had a talent, like sort of in let's say inner city areas that had a talent but didn't know what the talent meant. So I had a lot of friends who like were good at designing but didn't know that meant there was a graphic designer. I had people that were good at sound engineering, didn't realize that was sound engineering.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to start waking people up and making them realize you've got careers in this thing. And now look, 10 years later, a lot of those people that I was referring to are actually big in the industry. And on top of that, everyone's now realizing like we can do this ourselves. We don't need to necessarily sit down and do 4-year degrees and mad courses. We can just get up and go and just get experience.
Yeah, that's the beauty about it.
So yeah, that's what it was.
How old were you then at that point?
18, bro. 18 years old and new money. Like everyone knew me initially as Twist New Money. That was my first name, Twist New Money.
But everyone has to get on like trying to earn money in the most efficient way early as possible. I think
100%.
That's what's important. You look at people like back in the day, people like Jamal Edwards, for example. Look how young they were when they started
100%.
SBTV, stuff like that.
He's even an example of someone who, and it's crazy because I actually spoke to him today. Big shout out to Jamal. He's an example of what I mean. At that stage, we were like, me and Jamal used to converse a lot at a very early stage, early Twitter days, 2000 and maybe 10.
Okay, yeah.
And mainly because we were very like-minded and we were on the same mission. It's just that he chose to go like sort of left with it and continue. And then I had a whole different experience for like 5, 6, 7 years that took me away from that. And it's sort of like I'm getting back to what I know and love now.
Yeah. No, that's the route you should take. Always do something that you're passionate about.
100%.
I think because when you do something that you're passionate about, you enjoy it. And when you do
100%.
that, you can end up making more than... It's not always about money, but like you just enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah,
and when
100%.
you can like live from it, there's benefit.
Yeah, man. I think you've got it's mad you say that as well because the tagline for New Money PR was turn my passion into money.
Yeah,
that was
go.
actually the tagline all the
tagline.
way then that 10 years ago now. So yeah, man.
So then where did like Rap City come from?
So Rap City came, so it was random. So I probably started like getting a certain level of achievements at around 20 years old.
Okay.
And then when I was 21, I started like kind of like my love for cars, but just to set it straight, it's like I was saying to you before, I'm not a technical car person. I just love cars. Do you know what I mean? I just love fly cars, fast cars.
You just like the look, the performance.
Yeah,
and that's it.
yeah, that's it for me. So I started getting cars, and I think the first car that I wrapped, well, no, tell a lie, and I have to shout him out. It was a company called CAS Customs. In Brentwood. Yeah. Now Kaz was a good friend of my friendship circle, and I got my puddle lights done on my Bentley when I was 21. and like the fact that you could get puddle lights, for those who don't know, it's like when you open the door, like there's a logo on the floor. And I was like, this is mad, bro. Like, this is crazy.
Gas, innit?
Yeah, like, I was like, this is mad. Like, you can customize it. So then I got a Range Rover after that, and I sat and blacked the Range Rover, and I put like a gloss black the wheels and gloss black the alloys, and then he even put an extra thing on it. He put my initials on the wheel caps, and I was just like, nah, this is just getting ridiculous. So I just started to really like wrapping my cars, and then I got another Bentley again, and I wrapped it like a khaki green, which got quite a lot of attention. And then I had just launched Grow Daily, and this is like maybe 2017, I want to say. And basically what I've done is I put the logo Grow Daily all over the car. And I used to drive
straight exposure, isn't it?
Yeah, exposure. And then my business partner, he done the same on his Bentley.
Yeah.
So we had a green and a blue Bentley, and both had Grow Daily everywhere.
Rolling around.
Just rolling around in London like that. So after that, I started to realize this is like, a lot of people used to be like, I'd get stopped at petrol stations and stuff, and they'd be like, right, what is that? How do you put that together? And how do you get that on there and all this stuff? And in my head, I've just known rapping for like, I've probably known rapping now for like 6-7 years. But I realized only I really knew it. Not a lot of people knew it. Like a couple people like your Lethal Bees and like your G Freshes and stuff, and like Krept and them kind of people, but it wasn't exposed. I don't feel anyway. Yeah, like I feel like in the world that I'm in, and like I hate to use the word, but like the urban media world, I don't think it was exposed. Not like the footballers, they were killing it. Yeah. So,
but for people like us on a day-to-day basis, like, we're not really seeing raps. Yeah,
like I feel like everyone knows to get a bit of money, go and buy a rollie and go and buy a nice place and go on holidays and all the cliche stuff. But no one, it's not common. Well, it wasn't. That people were like, and I also want to wrap my car. It wasn't part of the come up. Do you know what I mean? So basically after that, I got a phone call one day from Kaz, shout out Abdul from Kaz Customs, and he was like, basically I'm looking to move to Nigeria and relocate and take my business back home. Yeah. Which I think is sick, and he's done that and he's doing really well now. And he was like, I need someone to run the UK, but I want someone that I think could do it well. Yeah. And
how long ago was this?
This was in 2018, early 2018. And he was like, I think you'd be the perfect man for the job. So I was privileged. I was like, bro, that's mad. This is not, like, I've never had, and just to make this clear, I've never had no experience in rapping, in running a rapping company.
Can you rap yourself?
I can now to some extent. Like, so I helped rap. So we had a competition where we rapped phones. I can rap an iPhone. You know what I mean? Like, I can't really rap the whole
so what about when you started Rap City? Could you rap properly then?
Nah, this is the mad thing. Like, you're exposing mad things that people don't know. Like, I am not, and I always will say this, I'm not a rapper. Like, the thing about me is I know how to build businesses and build brands. Like, my main speciality is, and something I'm titling myself this year is the brand therapist. Like, that's what I can do. I can help build a brand. Yeah. All the other stuff, I know how to pick good staff, which is why we're where we are, and I just know how to make sure that we've got like quality over everything else. So he basically said to me, "Do you want to be the face of this company?" And I was on it. I was like, "Yeah, do you know what? This sounds sick. Yeah, let's do it." And at that time, no, I'm missing out a big chunk. So before that, I was a part of, I don't know how I can miss this out. So I basically had a car wrapping company before, but I was a shareholder in it, and it was a very small share, and it was a company called Aurum. So basically what happened is a good friend of mine basically met me, and when he came to me, I needed my alloys done on my Range Rover. So my barber, shout out Trims, he connected me with a guy called Dean. And basically was like, he can do it. When I went to meet Dean, Dean was like, you look like you do it right for yourself. I want help with my business. At that stage, it was called something like when he watches this, he'll laugh because it was called something, and the branding was dead. And he won't mind me saying this because Dean's actually a family member of mine. So the branding was dead, and he was just like, bro, I really need to up everything. Yeah. He was like, do you want to get involved and help me? So I was like, yeah, like branding wise, that's my strong point. I said, I don't know nothing about rapping. So I got to experience that for a whole year of being involved in it, but not being there. I was never at the garage, but I changed the name to Aurum Automotive, which meant gold in, I think it was French or Latin. I changed all the branding to black and gold, so it had a luxury feel. Yeah. I said to him, bro, we need to spend money on branding the unit. And because one thing I'll say, and I have to give credit where credit's due, I'd be a fake to not mention his name, is Yanimais, one of the GOATs in the industry.
Yeah, 100%.
He's, for me, looking from an outside point of view, because I study the greats and everything, and his strongest point for me from the outside was his branding. Yeah. Like, he's a social media figure aside of being a businessman. And I think that is just sick. Like, he's crossed lines that aren't crossed. Yeah. And he's made it cool as well. He's made it cool to be that person because a lot of people like Yanni just for Yanni aside of his rapping.
Yeah,
company.
some people don't even know about Yanni, man. They're just like Yanni.
Exactly.
For Yanni. They
Do
see
you know
that
what I
he's got a
mean?
Lambo.
Exactly.
Stuff like that.
And even down to like as I say, I have to credit him where credit's due. So he's basically I noticed that his unit it separated him from everyone else because I looked at all these other companies and they all had white walls and big white lights.
Yeah, bro, if you look at the first videos he done, I remember back in the day when I was younger, he made videos on a channel called Fast, Furious and Funny. Yeah.
Is it? Okay,
yeah, bro, and it's the same unit, but all the walls are white. Like, you know how now, or probably a couple months ago, he had like GTA sort of style. On the walls and all that. It was nothing like that. It was all white.
See?
And that was when he was a lot smaller.
Yeah.
And just because of the branding, as you're saying, basically.
Yeah, the branding for me, I was like, this place looks cool. It looks sick. So, and to be fair, I initially wanted to get rap there, but the waiting list was crazy. And so I thought, okay, I said to Dean at the time, we need to invest in these walls. But because I was a small shareholder, I didn't have much say. So even if I threw money at it, it wasn't loads to come out. So it wasn't business sensible for me at the time.
Okay, I hear what you're saying.
So anyway, as time went on, I just kind of, we parted ways, more so because I had other things coming up. Grow Daily was taking a lot of my time and I couldn't be at the unit. And it's like, I wanted to have it at a certain standard, but I couldn't do that. So it was like, I didn't want to, I don't like having a brand that's linked to me that doesn't meet the standard of everything else I'm doing. Like, I'm very big on that. So fell back, wished him the best, and obviously built up his page, built up everything for him, and he's got like a certain level of following. And now he focuses more so on the mechanics than the rapping.
Yeah.
So anyway, going back to the point now. So Kaz said to me, do you want to do it? So I spoke to one of my mentors, and one of my mentors was like, bro, good opportunity, great opportunity, but I think you could do it yourself.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know nothing. He's like, bro, nor did I. Because he basically has also got a hand in the industry as well in Nigeria. I don't know if people know, but car rapping is really big in Nigeria. So I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, I've seen like quite a lot of my mates here. They go to Nigeria.
Yeah.
Like they go back home.
Yeah.
And bro, they snap me some of the cars that are out there.
Bro, people always say to me, when I say Nigeria, they're like, Nigeria? Dubai and Nigeria.
Yeah.
Nigeria, I think, and don't quote me here, but someone told me one time it is one of the, I think it has the most amount of supercars in the world, I think.
Yeah.
And if not, it's top 5. Because there's just a lot of people, I think, underestimate the power in Africa, bro. Like, there's a lot of power over there.
100%.
They
Apparently,
love the cars.
From what I've seen, I can't remember if I saw it on Twitter or something like that. Apparently, Ghana is going to be the next up and coming place.
Ghana right now is, bro, investment wise, like one of my goals is to have a property that I'm not even from there. Yeah. Because at the moment, I don't know if you've seen like even your Harry Pinero's, Lethal B is just done a complex out there.
I think that's where I got it from.
A friend of mine, Danny Wonders, has just done an exhibition out there. He's a photographer. Ghana is now becoming a hotspot, and I'm so happy for Africa because I feel like Africa never got the credit it was meant to get for so long. I feel like Africans are probably sitting there like, oh, now you want to mess with us. But I feel like it's a beautiful place. It's so resourceful. It's the motherland to so many people. And I feel like we should actually show it the love it deserves rather than the really, like, I would say, inaccurate image that the media portrays of it.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
I think that's the most important thing. But I was going to say, going back to like, you know how earlier on you said, you had 2 Bentleys and it was Grow Daily on the side of it.
Yeah.
How would you say, because I think me and one of my friends, we were talking about this in a podcast before, about how people put their brands on the side of the cars and that's marketing.
Yeah.
So obviously you're here and you've done it. How would you say that helped?
Oh, 100%. It helped massively. Like, I did it in 2 different ways. So the Grow Daily I did it with. The thing with Grow Daily is Grow Daily was at a very early stage, so it never necessarily had a direct consumer to action. So it didn't really prompt for a call to action. It was just brand awareness.
Okay.
So people would have remembered it. And then we done a competition which was based on if you spot the cars, post the car, and then we'll enter you into a raffle. That done us really well. But I think, just at the end of the day, wrapping your car with your brand is a driving mobile billboard at the end of the day. Like you everywhere you go, you have your business card on your car.
And do you think it's necessarily about having the actual name of the brand? Or, for example, like, you know how Yanimaz does it like a mad chrome color?
That's what I was going to say. So the other way I've done it, which obviously I have now with the S63, is everyone sees my car and says Rap City without necessarily knowing me, because they know that for that satin copper chrome orange, no one... Now they have, but at the time, no one had done that in the country. So people knew that was the Rap City car. So I think Yanni has a signature, which is certain colours. Excuse me. So he's known for the rose gold and I think it's like a violetish colour. So he's known for that. What I didn't want to do was obviously just go and do the same thing. So I was sitting there for ages thinking, okay, what color is mad, but it's still fly?
Yeah, and it's different.
Yeah, and I saw that
stands out.
color and I thought, this is mad. And I can't lie to you. I would say that at least 25% of the business following came from that car, if not more.
Okay.
Came from that rap, if not more. Because
did you have the card? Like, did you buy it specifically for Rap City?
No. So I had the car. No, yeah, not at all, because I had the car. I wrapped the car previously with another company.
Yeah.
And it was originally camo, but no one even remembers that because it shows no one pays attention unless it's a loud color. So I had that color. It got a few head turns, but I wasn't online with it. I was just a bit low key.
Yeah. It was just like your Percy.
Yeah, because at that stage I was. To be fair, I never wanted to seem too flexy without having a reason to flex. So I had the color, but I remember I posted a video today collecting it, and it went viral. Like, I got mad amount of views, and I was thinking, this is mad. But I had no rapping company then.
Yeah.
And then in the space of like rapping it that color, yeah, it just came. And then even rapping it a mad color, the decision was just based on, I just want people to see me and ask me who done that, so I can then go Rap City.
Yeah. Did you ever say like, I done that? I own the company? Or
Yeah. So I don't. Sometimes I play with people, so I'm like, a company called Rap City.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, and humbled as I am, pretty much everywhere I've gone, bro, most people are like even today, like as I said to you before, I'm selling my car at the moment, and I went to a friend of mine took me to a company that just buys and sells cars in Slough. Pulled in there, and the guy was like, yeah, this is the Rap City car. Like, I've just, everywhere I go, people know what it is, know what
you know what I think helps a lot with your car, the plate that you got on there.
Yeah. I think
you look at the colour, and then the second thing you look at is the plate.
Yeah.
And whenever you see that about, you just know.
Yeah, it's mad you say that, because
man like Trist, basically.
Yeah, someone just said it to me. Big up Quabs from Rap City. He just said it to me in the car. He was like, your plate has driven up in value, because I didn't know plates are really a big commodity, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, think about it. It's one of one, isn't it?
Yeah. So he was like, your plate has gone up in value because of the internet stuff. And I was like, that's mad. So he was like, are you sending the car with the plate? I'm like, nah, I'm not sending the plate right now, bro. Yeah, that's my plate, man. That plate, I have that one close to my heart.
You have to. I was going to ask you, so for someone like me who's passionate about cars and has always dreamt of owning something in cars, whether it's like having an exhaust shop, rapping place, how hard is it to get into it?
I think with rapping, it's very key about your network.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to start it blind, and I documented this, so I have no shame in saying it, that I started rapping pretty much blind. I didn't know anything about rapping business. I had run businesses before. I've got good people skills, and I've got a good network online and offline. Other than that, I think those factors made it a bit easier for me.
Yeah.
But if you're going in there blind, it can be hard. I'll be honest, it can be hard, because if you don't know the difference between spraying your alloys or powder coating your alloys, if you don't know the difference between vinyl brands, if you don't know the difference between a good rapper and a bad rapper, because the difficulty I had at the beginning is I can't rap, so I've got
who to recruit, basically.
Exactly. So luckily, I was again, network. For me, it was all network. I worked with people that worked with other people, and one thing I find about business, why branding is so important, is people buy into what they see. Yeah. So people have automatically met me and thought, okay, this guy looks like he does alright for himself. I don't mind working for him. Little do they know, I don't know anything about rapping, bro. My rappers were teaching me.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So I would say it is very hard for that. There's so many aspects to it. Because, for example, as I documented on my YouTube channel, building the unit, I said, and I have to say a big shout out to my business partner, because it's not Rap City, it's not just me, it's also my business partner, TE.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things we said, and the good thing about TE is he backed me. So he said, bro, what do you want to do? I'll back it. Definitely has loads of input, but he backed me. So I said, bro, one of the key things to this is we have to have a unit that stands out. I noticed that will put us ahead of everyone straight away, because no one in London that I know of had a unit that stood out other than Yanni Mines.
Yeah, 100%.
No one really branded their unit. And I'm not going to lie, a little bit of like maybe a bit of gas is now all of a sudden a lot of people have branded their units.
Yeah, no, because you know what it is, a lot of people, they show the cars, that's all well said and good.
Yeah, exactly.
But they ain't showing the place, because some people like to have the experience of going to this place and stuff like that.
That's exactly what I said to T. So I said, bro, we need people to feel like when they go to the city, it's an experience. The waiting room is an experience. You want to take a picture of it. You want to snap it. You want to put it out somewhere. So yeah, going back to your question, I would say it is difficult because you need to have if you don't know what you're doing yourself, you need to have a network that does.
Yeah.
I was blessed to have such a good team, from TE to Quabs to having the connections with Kaz Customs to like all of the people that I knew that would just help me and advise me here and there and everywhere. Like Kaz Customs, even though we didn't work together in the end, still gave us some direction.
Yeah.
And I just think that it helped me avoid certain mistakes, but some you have to make anyway. So for example, we've had some difficult days. We've had some difficult jobs. I mean, we got thrown in the deep end. Our first job was a Ferrari Portofino. First ever job. And that was at Ferrari, bro. Like the first day of starting work, we go into Ferrari to rap mobile, not even in the unit.
Were you nervous about that one?
Oh, bro, I don't know if are you keeping this clean? Like, are you keeping it clean?
You could say whatever you want.
I was absolutely shitting myself, bro. I was shitting myself. And even till today, I will never forget that feeling because I felt like a kid at school again and it humbled me.
Yeah. I hear that. All right, so you started Grow Daily. So before Rap City, you probably had a bit of a social media following and stuff, or
yeah. So my social media following, like, what do you mean? Where it begun from?
Basically, the question I'm trying to say is how much you think of a personal social media following has an impact on your business.
Oh, for me, massively. But I took the route of using my personal brand, and not everyone wants to, and not everyone does, and companies still do well without it. I personally feel that it gives someone something to buy into. Yeah. But it can also go the other way. Sometimes starting a business and putting your face to it, sometimes it's not always the right way to go about it. Because some people will be like, I don't want to put money in that person's pocket because of you just don't know, you might have pushed in front of them at the queue in the toilet. Like, do you know, it could have been anything. So it can work both ways. But obviously I try and fight hard to keep my personal brand as clean as I can and as non-offensive as I can so people feel comfortable. Yeah. So I'd say for me, it's helped a lot, man, because it's weird because Rap City Customs, the page, has a whole following that doesn't necessarily see me, and then Trist Rap City has a following that does. I try to not make the Rap City page all about me.
Yeah.
Because I think they need to see everything. Yeah. But at the same time, because we are a YouTube-based company as well, and we have a YouTube channel, they have something to work. I think it gives someone something to attach to. I think it gives you personality. Also, I was going to say, I think having a face behind a business in some aspects is good because it gives people that personal factor. Yeah. Like, for example, Rap City is one thing, but then when you connect Trist to it, you can see who owns it. You got a face behind the 100%. Business. So for people like that, it's good. 100%. I think something I would say to anyone nowadays as well is don't be scared to be your authentic self to sell your brand. I think nowadays you can put your face to brands and it can actually just work for you if you offer substance, if you offer something that people relate to and like. For example, me coming on this show and then speaking about Rap City may never have happened if I wasn't just Trist Rap City. If it was just silent behind the scenes, it may have not been what you feel. You don't know how we speak if we can hold a conversation. Do you see where I'm coming from? So I think it gives people something to hold on to, which can go a long way, man. Yeah, no, I hear that. So I was gonna say, also, with that being said, like for someone like me who wanted to get into rapping or something, how competitive would you say it is nowadays? And following that, would you say it's worth it doing now? Because you might get I might have a lot of male people watching this thinking, I love cars, I want to get into rapping. Look at people like Yanamaz, look at people like Rap City, look at all these lot. They're killing it, basically. Yeah. Is it worth me doing it? One thing I will say, and I try to, sometimes I think afterwards when I do interviews or features, I think, was I too honest? But then I don't think there's such thing. I wouldn't say Rap City at the moment is killing it because my benchmark for where I want to get to is very high. Yeah. I want consistency. One of my goals is to be known as soon as you think rapping, you think Rap City. Yeah. So for example, as soon as you think about football, you think about certain football. As soon as you think about music, you think about, for example, I'll give you an example, GRM Daily and Link Up TV. As soon as you think music, UK music, you think them. Yeah. That's what I want for Rap City. So there's a long way to go. We're coming up to 2 years later on this year. So long to go, bro. I want to have Rap Cities all over the country. I want to do Rap City LA. That was always a goal. So I would say, is it worth it? If you're in it for the long run, then yeah. If you're in it for the long run, go on. No, I was going to say, you could probably see me smiling right now. You know how it's just not kind of off topic, but it's just mad because you mentioned music. Yeah. And obviously we're talking about Rap City. Yeah. What's going on in music? You already know where I'm going with this one.
You got two people on the beef right now.
Mad. It's mad right now, bro.
And you rap both of their cards.
Yeah, it's mad. Do you know what's mad? It's so mad how it all happened.
For anyone who doesn't know, we're talking about Stormzy and Wiley. Obviously.
Yeah, the Stormzy and Wiley. Big up both of them because they're both friends of Rap City.
Yeah.
It's mad because we wrapped Wiley's car on New Year's Eve was when it was completed.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, like it was all calm. Like we posted it out. It was sick. Rap City did Wiley's car. And then it was just war, bro. It was just like, Trump had done something, bro. It was
You're not asking jokes. You're pretending that beef saying, yeah, let's have a rapping war, basically.
Yeah, like, do you know what it is? Like, just for those who took it too seriously, obviously, first and foremost, one thing I try to do with all of my clients, I try to actually build a personal relationship with all of them.
Yeah.
Stormzy is obviously got, I mean, we're from the same part of London. We're from South East London. So our network is like some of my closest friends and some of his closest friends.
Yeah.
So that's always been someone that I've known of or whatever. Wiley, I never knew Wiley at all before this. And obviously Wiley's a godfather, he's a legend in the music game. I'm just privileged to rap both their cars. I don't want no drama. I don't want no war. Yeah. But at the same time, it was ironic that happened because like even down to like we play on this brand of the rapper's favorite rapper.
Yeah.
And that came, it's mad because that kind of came by accident. But what we did say at the early stage of the company is me and TE said, we look at other companies and a lot of them are very big in the football world.
Yeah.
And I personally, my network is very music dominated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know loads of footballers. Now as time's gone on, I know more. But so I thought, you know what, play to my strengths. My strengths were music. And then it just so happened that obviously having a business partner who's a rapper helped. Yeah. And it's just gone from rapper to rapper to rapper. So we've had quite a lot of rappers and artists. So now we feel like we're like somewhere in there amongst the rappers, but I'm with it, man. If it helps the brand, I'm with it, man. And it's just ironic that rappers and we rap, you honestly, you couldn't make it up. But the name Rap City was all TE's. That was all his genius. He's a rapper. He comes up with the bars and the taglines. Do you know what I mean?
Right, let me just...
The car you rapped is in the video. Most people... Oh my God.
What, which one? What's that?
I think Wiley's put the car in the video, bro.
No way. So just as I was saying that, Trist has checked his stories.
Oh my God. That's mad.
What's that? Idiots Gangman 3 or something?
He loves it. Oh, ain't this is a different... Oh, this is a freestyle. This is not even a diss.
Yeah, there's the 570. Let's just show the camera that. Just show your car in it.
Which way am I saying?
Let me just put it in front of that one.
That's mad. That's big, man.
You can see it's 570 in the back.
Big up Wiley, man. He loves that. He loves that car.
There you go, bro.
I wonder if he refers to it. Yeah, that's mad. It's mad because he mentions the car. Bro, I'm not going to lie. Big shout out to Wiley because he loves it, bro. Like, he actually really is like, he loves the car, bro.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? And that's one thing I'll say about rapping. It's mad because I get such a satisfaction when they love it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I never thought...
It's when you make someone happy, innit?
Bro, it's mad. Even talking about it, it's like it's slightly like emotional, bro. Like, because when you've done that for someone and they're just like, bro, like Wiley, I don't know if you saw the clip, but he was just like, because he was debating colours, and I'm not gonna lie, as time's gone on, I've learned a lot about the colours. I think one thing that is probably my strength in rapping, colours, because obviously I've always done good colours myself.
Yeah.
And I think I just style. I know the way it should look. And I said he was looking at some mad, bro. If you saw some of the designs we've done, mad. And to be fair, we was actually gonna do initially we was gonna do his single with Chip, Future, and Nath Smalls, Givenchy bag. Okay, we was gonna do the branding of that for this thing, but the label was taking long and it never got done in time. So he was just like, you know what, I just want it. He was like, I want it this colour. No, I want it that colour. I want it, bro. Working with Wiley, yeah.
And you're the one who said satin black in there,
bro. I was like, nah, can't like, cause bro, Wiley's. If you study Wiley, his brain moves at 100 miles per hour, bro.
Yeah.
Just fam. So he would literally message me at like 2 a.m. I'll be looking at this, bruv. I've been looking at that, bruv. I want it to look like this, bruv. And I'm just like, all right, cool. I'm like, bro, let me. At first, I was kind of like, I'll be honest, like I've grown up on UK music, so at first I was just like, bruv, Wiley shouting me, I don't even know what to say. And then it got to a point where I was like, nah, do you know what? He's coming to me because he knows I'm the go-to guy.
Yeah.
And And I'm not gonna lie, he could have went anywhere, bro. It's Wiley. He's got half a million followers. And the fact he come to us, honestly, genuinely privileged, bro.
Yeah.
Because he said he had been recommended by us. And yeah, man, like, it's such a, I think for me, it's such a lovely feeling going places and people are like, Rap City this and Rap City that. And like, someone come up to me and was like, someone called the rap line and was like, oh, Stormzy recommended you. And it's sick, man. It's sick. It's such a nice feeling. So yeah, I just can't wait to get, it is nice when it's influential people as well.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, we're not just focused on influential people. We would do a Ford Focus as well as a flipping Ferrari. Like we're not biased here, but it's nice to do the influential people because a lot more people see the car.
I was gonna say, like, that connection obviously you built with Wiley, because how long, like, when did you first start talking to you saying I want to get the car?
Bro, me and the Wiley thing, I wish I had documented it, you know, because we actually have moved unit. So because we was moving unit, we never documented it for the YouTube, and that I kind of kicked myself for, because it was such a process. It was like maybe 2 months, bro, of like Wiley, like, yeah, I'm ready today. And you're like, yo, why? Yo, bro, I'm ready for you. He's like, I'm in Cyprus. You're like, all right. So do you want to come in next Tuesday? He's like, yeah, next Tuesday. Like next Tuesday comes, you're like, yo, bro. He's like, yeah, no, I'm back in London. Yeah, no, I'll get someone drop it. Yeah, I'm like, do you know what I mean? So it was going for like 6 to 8 weeks, bro.
Yeah. So then I was gonna say, that connection that you built, how do you see like yourself? How do you see yourself in the company in the future? Like, where do you think it will take you in terms of, obviously, because Wiley's got the exposure as well.
Yeah, I think the one thing I've learned is that one of the biggest advertisements for what we do is recommendation.
Yeah.
I think when I say we're just getting started, we haven't even, our marketing strategies for this year are mental.
Yeah.
We're going to really put a lot more money into what we're doing. At the moment, it's all been recommendations. So I think off of the back of Wiley, exposure galore, the rap line hasn't stopped. Couple other influential people are in the DMs. Some other artists that I'm excited to work with. Yeah, man, it's at the end of the day, it's the Godfather, whatever people think now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the Godfather, and the blessing is that if you want to call them both now kings of grime or whatever, 2 of those kings have come to us. And I mean, I can't say this for facts, but I've spoken to Stormzy in the last few months, and we should even be rapping again with him as well. So that would be good as well. Do you know what I mean?
How do you build these connections though? Is it just because like it's mutual people that you know, or? Yeah,
I think one of the blessings I have is that I started my network building in 2008, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I was in Iron Napa in 2008 as a 17-year-old DJ, which no one really knows.
Okay, so you were a DJ as well,
yeah, I was DJing in Napa like for 6 weeks, for 2 years straight.
Yeah.
So a lot of people I started to meet at early age. I used to do events. That's my background.
Yeah.
I used to do music at one stage. I did management as well as actually being an artist, like very early days. So I just happened to know a lot of the artists, and a lot of them I know before they were artists. Yeah. Like, or when they were early in their career, should I say. Yeah. So like, for example, the Stormzy was via TE, because remember, one thing I think people forget is my business partner is a rapper, and he is established as a rapper.
Yeah.
So Stormzy just hit him directly. Mo Stack, I think, might have been via TE. Krept, friend of mine. Wiley. Wiley followed us very early on.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, with Krept and Konan, your story, like, was it last night or something? I see you with them. I was like, what? This guy chills with them like that.
Oh no, do you know what? With Krept and Konan, like, that's nothing to do with industry. Like, that is old school. Like we're all from, because I'm from Southeast London. Yeah. Like, I'm not a rapper.
Just literally just genuine mates, isn't it?
It's local, bro. Yeah. Like, it's just local. Like, I had Krept and Konan on one of my events when I was like 18 years old. Like, Konan pirate radio days. Like, yeah, it's not, that goes back, and that was bowling banter. Yeah, that was a whole other thing. But yeah, a lot of it, I think that's where people might even get confused and see like industry contacts now. I try and keep it as authentic as possible. Like, I don't want to, I'm not into the whole, just because you're someone, I'm going to be your friend or going to try and get there. Don't get me wrong, networking is important, but I try and keep all of my contacts, they're usually very genuine, and we had genuine conversations. Yeah, and spent genuine time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good to hear. I was going to say, so apart from, like, we've talked about Rap City a lot, apart from that, where do you see yourself going? What do you see yourself doing in the next, let's say, 5 years? 5 years from now, what would you want to be doing? Where would you see your life?
5 years from now, so basically I'm working on something at the moment which is pretty much going to be, I want it to be the mother of everything I do. And it's going to be a one-stop shop, pretty much like a marketing agency that is your brand go-to. So you go to this company and they can help you build a brand, register your company, get a logo design, web design, marketing strategy, social media ads, social media management, events management, whatever it is you need done, get your business cards printed, advice on accountancy, we can do all of that. I want that within 5 years to be established massively. I want to dominate the entertainment industry, not just music.
When are you going to be starting that this year?
That's starting this year.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to dominate the entertainment industry. I really want to start branching out from the rappers and the artists and get into like the sports world.
Yeah.
Actors. I would love to get like one of the actors that, I mean, we've got some banging, good, talented actors in the UK now. I want to do, one of my goals within 5 years is a big American star. Now, obviously, we're not based in America, but I just believe anything's possible.
There's ways to make it happen.
Yeah, there's ways to make it happen.
100%.
Rap City, within 5 years, I want Rap City to be... I want it... The thing is, I want to say, like, there's not loads... There's a lot of rapping companies in the UK. I personally think that we're up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we're up there
I'd agree
quite
with you on that
quickly.
one, yeah.
I think we're quite, like... I would be interested to know what the fans of rapping think, because you lot probably know more than I do. But I would say we're up there. We're in the conversation.
Yeah.
But within 5 years, I want it to be stamped. Top 5, top 3. I want another one. One thing I really do want to do is I want to do one in the Midlands somewhere. Birmingham's close to my heart. I've lived there for some time, so either Birmingham or Manchester.
Yeah. Like another branch.
Yeah. And another thing I really want to do is, one of my goals, maybe not 5 years, but maybe, is I want to do one back home in Jamaica where I'm from, which a lot of people would never think of. They might now, but
there's one thing. No, but if you're not saying that, yeah, there's one thing thinking of something, and there's one thing actually doing it.
100%. So that's the rap side of things. Aside of that, one of my main focuses this year is Grow Daily.
Yeah.
So as I said, Grow Daily for me is, Grow Daily keeps me aligned as an entrepreneur, as a human being. It is like my daily practice of what got me in the position I'm in, which is mindset training and studying entrepreneurs and affirmations and eating healthy and living healthy and this kind of stuff. And we've got a platform which at the moment is steadily growing rapidly at the moment, because now I'm back on it consistently, doing the content. So I want Grow Daily. Well, but my goal for the end of this year is I want at least a minimum of 20,000 followers on that.
Yeah.
Good engagement above just followers.
What are you on in there now?
We're on 7K. But we've done about 1,000 in the last month, because I'm now on it. We left it for about 8 months, 9 months. We basically took a year out on it and didn't even post. So now I'm back on it. I'm loving the content on it. People are loving the content on it. I want to build Grow Daily to a stage where it's a platform that's huge enough to put people on. So if you're a motivational speaker, if you're a bit new business, like, big shout out to a good friend of mine who runs a blog called Made You Think. He's at like 130K now, and he's now able to help bus artists like I'm Just Bait did. And I want to have that kind of, I want to have 500,000, 1 million followers on Grow Daily eventually. So Grow Daily, 5 years, I want Grow Daily to be dominant. Definitely having 100K at minimum. Doing events, selling products, seminars, training sessions. Rap City, top 5 rapping company. The other company, I won't go into the title of that just yet, but that to be a number 1 marketing agency. I'm also working behind one mainly influencer. That I want to get to a very big, content creator more so. I want to get him to a very big level this year. And I just want to have, and I've said this, bro, like, even down to, if you go back to my 2012 tweets, I've been saying this for years. I want my brands to be my pension. I want to sit back and have these brands just dominate. So if you come to me for one thing, I could help a label by rapping the car. I could put them on Grow Daily. Then I could help them with my other brand company. I want to have it all.
It's like a whole ecosystem, basically. Yeah,
it's the empire. I'm very much I'm very much like a studier of a student, should I say, of like your Jay-Z's and your P. Diddy's. So I'm big on having just an empire. So 5 years empire. I want to get into property quite heavily. That's a big thing for me. I want to focus a lot more on investments and just make sure that I'm just secure. And in 5 years, from a personal aspect, I want to start thinking about family, man. Like, I want to start thinking about family and going forward. I'm old now, bro. Like, compared to a lot of the younger entrepreneurs, I'm a lot older. So, I think 5 years, I'd say those are the main things. I just want to just really be the go-to for everything that I do.
Yeah, no, that's good. A lot of people nowadays, they just want to dream of having a Golf R or C63 or something like that, and they'll do anything to get it. So as soon as they'll earn, let's just say £20,000 to buy a car, they'll go and buy that rather than invest in something.
Yeah.
Now this brings me on to you're selling your S63.
Yeah.
What's the reason for that?
Well, first and foremost, the whole internet started crying about that yesterday. Like, they're more upset than I am. To go back, I'll be very honest, and as I say, I try and just always keep it as authentic as possible. Is like that what you just said about what people would do, get their first 20 grand and buy a car. I was that person, bro.
Yeah. Bro, you see the car sitting outside. What do you think I've done?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? At a very early age, like I bought a Bentley at 21 years old, bro. Like, what was I doing with a Bentley at 21 years old? Don't get me wrong, I don't regret. I think all my lessons were lessons that needed to be learnt. Like, side note, I actually wrote off the Bentley. It was on the front page of the newspaper, and I had a car crash.
How did you write it off? Like,
long story, bro. But yeah, this is basically a bad example of I was 21-year-old driving a Bentley around. Like, what could you expect? Do you know what I mean? Living in the middle of Chelsea. That's thought I'd made it at a very early stage when I hadn't made it. So for me now, there's multiple reasons. So a lot of the things that I want to do this year, one of my main goals for this year is there's a lot of people around me with very good ideas, and I want to start investing in things. I want to start investing in ideas, and I'm not in the financial position that I want to be in to do those investments.
Okay, yeah.
Like, cool, it could be a lot worse, but it could also be a lot better.
Yeah.
I've gone through years of earning a lot of money. I've spent a lot of money. I've wasted a lot of money. I've saved some money. I've made mistakes, this, that, and the other. And I've lived to tell the tale. I now want my next decade, seeing as everyone's big on this decade thing, I want it to be very much focused on just security. At this current stage, there's investments and money that I could put into other things that are more priority in my life that could be sorted out
than having
more
a
than
car.
my car.
Yeah.
My car
agreed.
drinks, bro.
Yeah.
It drinks. Like, I don't care. Like, it's not like people will come online and just flex and be like, yeah, that's what I got. Like, bro, I've had cars. Like, I can flex if I want to flex. I've had some of the best cars there are, arguably. But at the same time, I also think that some of them decisions were premature. Some of them decisions didn't need to be made at that stage.
Yeah.
So for now, I think I'm going to humble myself a bit, bro. Like I've come to a realization that ego-driven decisions can often just mess you up. And I don't feel like now, and I feel with my years of consistency with growing brands, like I've been growing brands since 2010. I don't have to prove myself to the internet.
I heard what you're saying.
So now I've realized, okay, cool. If I look at my financial portfolio, if I look at my life, what things could I cut back on to put into other things or to be smarter with my money on? My car is one of them. So it's done what it's needed to do. It's helped Rap City launch. Everyone loves it.
Yeah.
I love the experience of it, but I can get rid of it. It's not going to be the end of the world. And another thing I would say is that later on down the line, I'm far from done in this car game, bro. Like, my goals were always a Rolls Royce Wraith and a Bentley Bentayga. That's always been my goals.
Yeah.
So I just feel like to take a few steps back to go some few steps forward.
You got to do it.
Gonna do it. And you know why I'm also glad you've asked me as well, because I think people do it. I'm not to say I'm a saint. People do it. But I want to do it with my chest. Like, I want to do it where it's like, this is what I'm doing.
You got to step up as a man to do it,
100%.
Yeah.
Because, bro, I didn't have to post it on my Instagram.
Yeah.
I could just put it on Auto Trader, sell it, and no one needs to know anything.
Yeah.
But I also feel like you've all been here when I bought it. You've all seen the process of wrapping it. You've all experienced it with me. So let me tell you, like, I'm selling it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also remember that you guys are, as much as I appreciate every follower I have, I live in my real world, bro. I can't make a decision because my followers are like, oh, don't sell the orange baby. It's like, bro, are you gonna pay my bills? Are you gonna get me in a good financial position? Indirectly, yes, but not necessarily here. So yeah, man, it's gonna go, bro. And boy, I might be on. Who knows? I might do public transport for a few months. Alternatively, I might downgrade.
Or if it helps you to get to your bigger picture in the
I
long
don't care,
run,
bro.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Why
Like,
not?
and that's taken me a long time to get. It's taken a lot to get here. Like, if you know me in younger days, I was a bit more flexy. It was like, you weren't like, what? We're out here, we're living life. What? Money.
Yeah.
And it's not that no more, bro. It's not. That's not the focus, should I say?
So to the 21-year-old who's watching this right now,
Yeah.
thinking, I've just got 20 grand
Yeah.
and wants to go out and buy a car, but I ain't got anything else to their name.
Bro,
What's your advice to them?
I'll be honest. Firstly, that is such a sick question to ask, bro. Personally, I would say scrap the car. Like, don't go and put your first 20 grand into a car that's a depreciating asset. And on top of that, I feel that a lot of the reason I done a lot of things when I was younger is because I always saw these things as things I never knew I would ever be able to attain.
Yeah.
And then it's like subconsciously you fight especially when you come from like areas and environments that I come from, you fight with, okay, I've got this money now. Subconsciously, you think, will it last forever?
Yeah.
Consciously you don't, but subconsciously you do. So you want to get everything out of your system now. I blink, and 8 years down the line, I'm still able to do these things. So it's like, it was all rushed. If I was looking at a 21-year-old now and you got 20 grand, bro, with 20 grand right now, with what I know, I would say, I know as cliche as it sounds, try and buy a property.
Yeah.
Try and buy a property. If not, invest in your business. Don't go fully into your business, because I think I've done that as well. I don't think you was need to go the whole way in. If you've got 20 grand, bro, realistically, if you pair up with another friend who's got 20 grand, because hopefully you're surrounded by like-minded people, you could have 40 grand there. Yeah. You could half that. You could have a mortgage deposit for a small flat. Get that. You know, you got your security. You got another 10 grand. Maybe split that in the middle. Spend 5 grand on a car. Maybe get a nice little, I don't know, your credit.
Put your eggs in different baskets, basically.
Yeah. Maybe still get a car, but you could make the property grow for a year, get some money off of that, and then go and get a car. And another thing I would say is, don't be afraid to, I say this to everyone I work with, take your steps with the cars, bro.
Yeah.
Like, only because I talk about, I had a Bentley at 21. It's like, so? Like, that's my experience, bro.
I feel like if you're into your cars, and let's just say you come from, like, let's just say your car road, yeah. I'll talk about mine specifically.
Yeah.
I had a Fiesta, Golf, Scirocco, jumped to a S5, and then C63.
Yeah, and that's a nice little, that's steps.
It's steps, but what I'm trying to say is I'm at the point now where, firstly, I'm selling the C63, so I don't really care about that car anymore.
Yeah.
But my point being is that if I do want to go step up, what do I do?
Oh, bro, I used to say this all the time.
Dipping into a lot of money.
I used to say this all the time. It's like, once you've done things to a certain level, and don't get me wrong, it's not a problem, because there's going to be people watching this that know the other side of me, and they're like, nah, but you know, we're lit. Like, we're lit. Yeah, we are lit. But at the same time, it's like, I realise now, and I'm a big student of Gary Vee, one of my biggest inspirations online, and I realised that there is still time, bro. Like, I'm 28, I done a lot of stuff at 2021, and I still feel youthful to go and do another. I could still buy a Ferrari at 30, 31, and I still feel calm. Who am I comparing to? Like, I got young boys who got Ferraris and they're 22.
Yeah. Like, one of my boys, Hamza, he was on a podcast as well.
Yeah.
He said something that it didn't resonate with me there and then, but it did after. Yeah. Is that everyone goes through their own journey.
100%,
so,
bro. 100%,
a lot of people
like,
comparing themselves.
Time and, bro, I said this to my good friend yesterday. Everything is fine in your life until you compare. Yeah. So I could be like, I'm calm, I'm doing good. Then I go and see one of my young boys, 21, just bought the bus down Patek and the mad, but I'm like, mad. And I'm like, bro, like, this is mad. But it's like, it is mad now because I'm looking at that.
Yeah.
Sick, don't get me wrong. But I also think generations are there for example, I've influenced a lot of the younger generation that are around me. So of course they're gonna do it quicker than me. They should be, because they should learn from my mistakes. Like they say, like a wise man. They say that a smart man basically has to learn from their own mistakes. A wise man learns from someone else's. Yeah, learn from someone else's mistake. You don't need to, bro. You don't need to be 21 years old doing that. If you can afford it, then do it. But one thing I would say, if I could do again, is I would have made that investment early on, like into a property early on. And at the stage, I'll be honest, like coming from Afro-Caribbean backgrounds, stereotypically, we're not as promoted or pushed towards property investments, and financial literacy isn't second language all the time. So one thing that's even my goal this year, funny enough, is to just really get my head around financial literacy, because I've got friends of all different races, and when I look at like my friends outside of the Afro-Caribbean, even when I look at my African friends, my Asian friends, my white friends, I'm like, brother, you knew what to do from young. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, especially when I got in the car industry, it's very dominated where we're based, up like West London, by Asians. There's loads of Asians in that area. So I grew a good network of Asian contact. And like, everyone I meet has got a house. They had a house when they were like 10, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're like 10 years old and you bought a house. Like, what? Like, but I think that's how I would say to a 21-year-old, just don't rush and get caught up in this Instagram era because this brother's got a bus down and he's just bought this car, and it's like, bro, you don't know what's going on. I feel that's what a lot of people see nowadays, though. It's sad because it's mad, because I tried to fight against that, because I knew that I could be a culprit of it. I knew that people could see my Instagram and think, cool. That's why I talk so much, bro.
Yeah, bro, that's the reason why I'm trying to do this podcast, because I'm trying to get people to see, like, look at Trist, for example, look at other people, look at Hamza. All these people were doing their thing. And like, as much as you're saying about Patek and all that, I haven't heard you throughout this whole podcast, or even when we were talking, you ain't said Patek or anything like that.
Do you know what? Like, I had a stage for about 2-3 years where I invested in watches, and I definitely want to go back in again.
Yeah.
Like, I invested in watches. For me, I felt like it was too premature for me.
No, but what I'm saying is one thing investing in watches, because obviously some watches go up in price.
Yeah, of course.
But there's another thing splashing every single bit of your money on a watch.
Yeah.
Just because you want to stunt on Instagram
100%.
or go find a girl.
That Instagram thing and that girl thing, that will trap you. Like, trust me, that will trap you. That Instagram thing will trap you, bro. And we've all been a victim to it some way, shape or form, some more than others. But I'd say, yeah, get motivated off of Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, use your influence. Like, see people that are motivating you, but remember that you are you. And at the end of the day, you go out of your way. Some people are doing like the most riskiest things just to be able to showcase things online. And don't get me wrong, I hate sounding like the cliche haters, because, bro, young brother, go win, bro. Flex. If you want to flex, go bust it down, bro. If you want to go and live your life, get the yacht, go on a private jet, live it. I'm not that preacher. Like, let me make that clear, because I've done a lot of those things. But at the same time,
you can give your advice.
Yeah, and more so the younger generation, I'll just say, is don't think that's all there is. Me personally, deep down, I've always had it, but I let a lot of things cloud my vision. I've always known that a secure foundation is the first thing. If you've got a secure foundation, bro, go and bust it down, bro. Go and live your best life, because you've got a secure foundation. Like, the people I know, I've got a friend, and he buys a watch once every year around Christmas without fail. He's secure. His bills are paid. Everything's is in order. Salutes to him. But then I know other people that they're going OT just to go and buy to manage this thing. Like, I had to really think what I was going to say there. But just to buy the watch, and then it's like, but then they live in a shithole and their house is this and where. So it's like, priorities, man. And don't get me wrong, it took me longer than it might take some, but don't need to take you that long.
No, everyone's been through it. And the thing I was going to say about it is, it's all well said and nice. Like, let's relate our cars to it, yeah? You obviously, before you got the car, you're probably gas thinking, yeah, I'm getting an
100%, bro.
At what point, how long did it take for you to start thinking, this is it now, innit? Like, I've got it, now what?
Bro, I'll be honest with you.
Because for me, when I got the C63, I was dreaming about it for days, months, whatever, yeah? But then, you know, when you get it, no matter how much a car guy you are, and if I got car guys watching this, I'm a car guy myself, so everyone can probably say this, you get bored quickly.
Yeah, 100%.
So what I'm trying to say is, you're spending all that money to be bored within a certain
One
time
thing I'll say, and I swear on my life, this is not an advert. It does get boring, but not when you wrap it. When you wrap the cars, like, one thing I would say that I loved about, I wrapped my cars because I get bored, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it gets to the point of where it's like, bored, wrap it, sick, new car. It feels like a new car. But yeah, like, jokes aside, I do get your point. You that's with every goal. Like, it's the be all and end all. The be all and end all to it is,
it's like, what now? What now?
Yeah, you've got it, and then it's like, what now? What now? And so there has to be some focus in appreciating the moment and living in the moment, rather than just like, don't get me wrong, stay ambitious, always have a next goal. I always have, but I also like to appreciate what is there and wake up and just be grateful for that before I start thinking about, I don't have this and I don't have that. And this, you know what I mean?
All right, cool, guys. I think, Trist, we're going to wrap it up there.
Cool, wrap
so
it
before
up.
we
I see
do,
what you done there, my bro.
You know, that wasn't intentional, but that fits.
You, my bro.
All right, but name or say 3 things that you've done right and that are going to take you further and that have got you to where you are now, and 3 mistakes for people watching, they can learn from that.
3 things that I'd say that I've done right. I've stayed true to myself, like, true to what I know is myself. And I always think, whenever I think about myself, I always think about my mum. Like, even as I just said that, I just think about, like, I like, don't get me wrong, you don't have to do everything your like, sometimes your success might not be what your mum has predicted or whatever. Like, you don't have to always be matching up. But for me, one thing my mum is always accurate on is who I truly am, whatever. So I've stayed aligned to that. And I think that's what's got me here this far. I've been genuine and authentic, which is kind of the same thing. I think that's why I think I get a following.
But you're yourself at the end of the day, isn't
myself,
it?
Like, even when I, like, going back to, like, the contacts and the industry contacts, it's like people say, like, I get banter in my own friendship group, bro. Like, all the rappers are your friends. It's like, I'm no groupie, bro. Like, I love the culture, I love the music, I love the industry. But a lot of it is like, I'll meet someone and we just have a genuine conversation. And then from there, it's just like, now you mess with me, I mess with you. So authentic, I'd say 100%. Secondly, I'd say is I've always stayed focused on the goal. Like I've stayed focused on where I, like, bro, the other day, like, I don't know if you saw, I had a mad rant moment where I reposted all of my old tweets from like 2012. And I patted myself on the back because I was saying things in 2010, like one of my tweets was like, I want to have a company that I walk in and all my brands are living for themselves and I drive a white BMW and all this stuff. And I ticked a lot of those things off. That made me happy. So I've always stayed focused on the goal and the vision, which is just to be great. That's always been me since 16. That's always been my thing. And the last one I'd say that sort of got me here is I'd say keeping good relationships. Big shout out to one of my friends, Critical. He kind of, I always had this in me, but meeting him, he reaffirmed it for me. Like, we became friends properly like maybe 4 years ago. Yeah. And he keeps very good contacts, but good relationships. Critical's a man where, like, for example, say he's friends with like an artist, he's done a designer, he's a graphic designer for those who don't know. If he's done like artwork for someone, he'll call that person and check in on them just to see how they are. Yeah. Like, just to actually, like, Happy New Year.
Also, I think it's important, like, not only, let's just say, for example, let me use you as an example. Not only am I doing this podcast with you, but it's also about the conversations we have outside of the podcast. Yeah. And establishing a relationship.
A relationship, 100%. Yeah. And that's what I think I've done well. I think everyone, like, I haven't got the biggest amount of followers, but I've got proper relationships with people. And I think that's important. I think if you want to get into business or brands or any kind of industry, or even if it's finance, bro, you've got to have good relationships. And one thing my dad always taught me was reputation, bro. Your reputation has to be good because that is like your CV. Yeah. Like, you're going to have little haters, this, that, and the other, negativity or whatever, but generally speaking, reputation. Mistakes, I'd say rushing certain processes and not always trust that. I would say I always have trusted the process. Yeah. But I've rushed the process sometimes. And I think people can learn from that. Just take your time, man. Just enjoy it. Like, press out those gears for those who are like manual drivers. Just let the gears, stretch them out. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, metaphorically speaking, rather than just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then
you can crash like that.
Exactly, bro. That's that, and that is the thing. Secondly, I'd say mistakes. I'd say it's mad because I don't see loads of things as mistakes because I'm like one of them people like, oh, it was a lesson, like, but I really am that person. So it's like, well, cool. Could say not necessarily investing early on when I started making good money. Yeah. If I had invested some of that money, but the reason I struggle to say that is because I just wasn't in that mindset, bro. And I can't I just wasn't. I was young from Southeast London. You're giving me a lot of money. I'm out of my mum's house. To be fair, when me and my mum and my family weren't even necessarily on the best terms, so I'm just, bro, I'm out here. What are we saying? I'm balling. Like, do you know what I mean? In my head.
Everyone has that point. I'll be honest, I think I woke up about maybe a year and a half ago. So when I was, 20? Yeah. And I think my
you're 22, 21?
I'm 22 now, yeah.
What? My days, that's mad. I would never have thought that, bro.
Well, how old do I look?
I would have thought you was like 25, 26, bro.
What?
Just like, because even the way you hold a conversation, like, and just the way you look, like, that's mad, bro. Like, more power to you, man. You're good, man. Who's selling the C63? Like, you're lit, bro. What do you mean? Like, that's sick. That's sick. That's sick, man.
I appreciate that, man. But, what was I going to say? But yeah, I actually enjoyed speaking to you.
Nah, same as well, bro. Like I said, I'm very big on quality control. Like, I've had people hit me up about podcasts and questions, this, that, and the other. Yeah. And I try to make sure that I like to have, even like with my followers, I like to have genuine conversation. Yeah. Like, I'm a man, I'll voice note you back, bro. Like, I'm not a quick, like, if you've taken your time out to message me, you're like, raw, Trist, like, I mess with you, like, raw, I mess with you, bro. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean?
Let me tell you guys something. The way I got hold of Trist, like, I'll be real, there's not a lot of people that have replied and all that stuff, but I messaged Trist. He replied within 5 minutes. Yeah.
Bro, I was like, on my phone, bro.
I was like, what? Man. But what I'm trying to say is his response was amazing. I said to him straight up, I was like, listen, I'm surprised that like you actually replied. Not surprised that you replied, but that you said yeah.
Do you know what is my thing?
What you said was that when you explain it.
Yeah, like when bro, I'm so big on this, brother. And even down to like having like little sisters and siblings, like I'm trying to be what I wanted at a younger age, bro.
Yeah.
Like when I was trying to reach out to people, bro, like not everyone responded. Like when I wanted to get into like DJing, not everyone responded. When I wanted to get into, not everyone responded. When I wanted people to be interviewed on Grow Daily, not everyone responded, bro.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not a man who holds grudges. That's one thing. There's some people I'm cool with now that didn't respond to me before.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm not gonna be that. It's like be the change in the world you want to see. Like I'm gonna be, if you're looking at my page, you're thinking cool. Because bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like you see, like when people say stuff like, "Raw, what you're doing is sick," and bro, a lot of the time I'm baffled, bro, because for me, my benchmark is so high. So I see it as like in my world, everyone's doing well.
Yeah.
Like in my world, not everyone, but I'm saying to one side of my world, most people are doing well. So when people are like, "Oh, what you're doing is sick," so when people say that, I genuinely am like, love, bro, and that person might see you as some form of an idol or inspiration. So for me, it's like if I inspire you, I want you to know that I'm accessible, bro.
Yeah.
Like, because the people who inspired me, I wish they were accessible, bro. I wish they had just responded and said, "Yeah, bro, if you're gonna start this, invest first."
Yeah,
or
yeah.
if you're gonna start this, bro, then
Because giving advice don't cost a thing.
nothing. It don't cost me anything to,
Yeah.
like, people get bougie, bro. I don't care. Like, obviously, don't get me wrong, it can get hectic with 100,000 followers and stuff.
Yeah.
And maybe when I'm there, it'll be harder to go through all of them. But people can get bougie, bro. You see a DM, someone's asking you a question like, "Yo, bro, I want to ask you this." Like, sometimes, don't get me wrong, I have moments I think, bro, I really can't bro to ask this right now. Like, how did you start Rap City? But I'll just leave it to a day when I'm in a better mood to actually answer it.
Yeah,
because I feel
yeah.
like, bro, you just want to know something that I needed to know. And when I start new ventures now,
Yeah.
like I need to do the same thing. When I started Rap City, I had to talk to other rap companies. I want you to reply, bro. Like it just takes 5-10 minutes to say,
Yeah.
"Yo, bro, boom, boom." Don't get me wrong, I'm not a typer, so I'll voice note you like, "Yo, my bro, boom." But as I said, I liked your quality.
When you started voice noting me, I was like, what man's voice noting me? Guys.
Yeah, bro. Like I liked your quality. I could see your angle. It reminds me of why I started Grow Daily. Like it's like you want to build a platform where it's going to showcase like the real side of entrepreneurship and winning. And I'd be a hypocrite to not support that because it's like that's what I'm about, bro. And you know, like them people that preach something, but you ask them and it's like they're different in real life. Nah, I am everything that it seems like I am. I am that person, bro. So
I can vouch for that,
Here
bro.
we
Like
are,
even the
bro.
messages, your voice notes, all that stuff. You're exactly the same person you are.
yeah, man. I hate all of that different stuff, bro. Like I need a man to be like, yeah, Trist, like normal, bro. Like normal. It has to be that. And I'm gonna be like that till the end, bro.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
no,
mean?
that's-
But
that's
yeah,
good,
I appreciate it. CEOCAST. Sick name as well, bro. Sick name as well. I love the
I
name.
thought of it even 5 minutes in bed. Like, you know, like, tell a lie. Yeah. I was going through so many different names, yeah. And then I thought, what am I trying to do? Obviously, trying to interview CEOs of companies and all that stuff.
of
Yeah,
course.
inspire others to be CEOs, get the knowledge. And I thought CEO podcast sounds
Yeah,
like a little
sick.
CEO cast.
Sick.
It rolls off the tongue easily, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, CEOCAST is sick. Trust me, like branding is my thing, bro. That's a sick brand. And even the whole aesthetic of it, like I know within a year you're gonna have the followers that I know you probably want. Like we'll try and, you get what I mean? I'll do
hopefully,
everything I can do to help and get that out
I
there.
appreciate that a
people
lot.
Yeah, man, mess with it. I'm rocking with it, bro. CEOCAST.
I appreciate that. Guys, make sure you follow Trist at Rap City, but also the one that I'm really excited about is Grow Daily because it goes,
Yeah, man.
it's perfect for this channel. We're just helping other people grow their business, grow their brands, everything.
100%.
I'll put that here right now. Anything else you want to put down?
Nah, man. Trist Rap City. Follow me up. Rap City Customs. Follow up the YouTube. We're going to be some content this year. growdaily.co.uk. I'm on Twitter now. I'm tweeting away. So follow me on Twitter. I'm tweeting.
If you want to get your car right, make sure you go to Trist.
Yeah,
as well.
man. You need the car wrapped. You know, you see where the kings of grime come to, yeah? Come down to Rap City, yeah?
All right, guys. Appreciate that.
Sick. Yeah, bro. Sick, man.
What was the podcast anyway?
Yeah, bro. Love that, man. Trust me, now that's a proper good conversation. I'm proper glad I came, man.
Yeah, bro. I actually appreciate that a lot, man.
Nah, love, man.